Pushing the button.
All right, press the button.
And base parody. The IMO Podcast is owned by what? Fuji TV? Toei Animation, Funimation, and Akira Toriyama. Please support the official release.
All right, we definitely about to get hit with a copyright off that one, my guy.
Good.
How you
we
someone else's copyright?
That covers us. I'm totally in the right now.
It's fair use, my guy. Is that what you're saying?
It's fair use. What can they say? Man, we don't own your... Man, they could say that. Anyway, we can just edit that shit out. Hey, guys, welcome to the IMO Podcast.
Nigga, damn well we don't edit shit.
We're getting there. We're getting better. Slowly but surely. If you don't know who I am, fuck you. If you don't know who I am...
Didn't even meet him, just like, fuck you.
By now, then you've probably been under a rock this entire time. My name is Andre, call me Dre. I am your host, your moderator for this. I'm joined by the greatest podcast in the world. Well, second best. Maurice, what's up, man?
Damn.
What's good? I'm in here. I'm present. Yes. That's a little echo. My bad.
Yeah, like you got real big there. You all right?
had to let him know.
You got all clear and shit. Nah, go back to your Albert raspy ass. Hey, Jared.
Yo, what's
going on, man?
I'm doing alright, pimp. Chilling, shooting racks out the sky. How you doing?
Racks out the sky. So what we got on the stick today?
We got some OG Borderlands 2.
So your aim garbage.
All right, son. Did I miss?
How you missed that? Oh damn, you hit it. Fuck. Your aim's so garbage.
Why you like this?
You are nothing.
Okay. I'm gonna let you think it's garbage. Watch this. You ready for this? Ah, I missed.
You know we're like 3 seconds on time, right?
You're right.
I'll see the miss. Don't worry.
Anyway, so are with us, and I know you are with us to the end because you know, that's how faithful and loyal you guys are. Please hit that like button, share this shit, comment if it's a nice comment. I don't like mean comments. That shit makes me makes me feel bad. And Maurice likes comments too, don't you, Maurice?
I like mean comments. That's me and Audrey's dynamic. He likes the nice ones. I like the mean ones.
What, good cop, bad cop sort of thing?
Reverse good cop, bad cop.
I'm not too sure how that works.
It doesn't.
Fucking fail at this point. The show all fucked up now. Anyway. But yeah, seriously, like, comment, subscribe. We love you guys, even the ones that we just met. Buy some drink first. Anyway, let's get into this news because you know we got a bunch of shit to talk about. we got so much shit to talk about. I don't even know how the fuck we're going to get through all of it, but we going to. So was it? I'm pretty sure it was it started on Thursday. Was San Diego Comic-Con quite possibly the biggest nerd event of the year? Am I correct on that statement, or
one of
anything
them
bigger than this?
One of them, I would say BlizzCon's probably up there or E3.
I mean, define like nerd
culture.
though.
Like pop culture.
Nigga, Blizzard's not fucking pop culture at this point. Everyone plays their games.
Oh no, I'm saying that I'm not saying that it's not. I'm just saying, what do you think is the biggest? And I like, okay, between.
Oh, I mean, it's probably.
I mean, it depends on the audience, honestly, because you got E3 for gamers, they're considered quote unquote nerds. You got Comic-Con for the comic book geeks, you know, they're considered nerds. You got Otakon for, you know, anime weeaboo nerds, you know. So honestly, it just depends on what you classify as a nerd. I don't know.
Okay, so let's put it. Let's put it this way: between, in my eyes, between what's the biggest events of the year, I got E3.
Oh, Evo.
Oh, Evo.
Okay. Okay, BlizzCon. Oh, somehow MagFest is up there.
Oh yeah.
Expo, which is in LA. I've been there.
You know it's big because like fucking Screw Attack came all the way out to the DMV area to go to MagFest.
I never. Blah, blah, blah. MagFest is getting really up there. I'm almost kind of upset that I haven't been yet.
It's been up there.
I mean, well, fuck you. I'm only saying it because I haven't been yet, but I'm trying to. Maybe I should try and go next year. But yeah, MagFest is up there. So what did I name? 5 so far. So we got E3, BlizzCon, MagFest, Anime Expo, and I don't want to count Otakon.
No, Otacon's kind of like mid tier. It's very mid tier. Like niggas don't come to DC for Otakon. Niggas will come to DC for MagFest though.
And I know niggas come from damn near all over the country to go to Anime Expo. So between those 5, which one you think is the biggest?
I don't know. If I had to guess, it'd probably be like MagFest. MagFest or E3 or BlizzCon.
I was just gonna say BlizzCon or E3.
I'm going between E3 and Comic-Con.
Okay. You probably got it on
Well, obviously.
You probably got it on those two.
Well, obviously, we're probably big with this shit.
Right.
This is a dead ass mission. But anyway, Comic-Con happened this weekend. We got a fuck ton of news. We got a fuck ton of trailers. We got not just trailers. Trailers that we actually care about. Oh shit, I probably shouldn't have said that. Trailers that I'm trying my best.
I don't think so. I really don't think so.
I can't keep my composure. Trailers that people actually watch. Let me stop. The big trailers, the big boys, the trailers that we got DC trailers, we got Marvel trailers. Actually, we ain't getting Marvel trailers. I'm just playing. We got trailers, people, and that's probably what the bulk of this shit is going to be. We're going to talk about these trailers. We're going to talk about what we think. We're going to talk about the future of these future franchises, because that's literally all this shit is, future franchises. And yeah, so I know what I want to start with. What do you got?
Whatever one Andre wants to start with.
Respect that. See, he respects. He respects the person that's in the captain's chair, and I respect this.
I want to start with what you don't want to start with. How about that?
Why you are not. That's why you are not the. That's why you're not second in command.
It's all right.
You're not the person.
That's all right. That's all right.
This is why you're. I'm just saying. This is why you wanna cause a mutiny on the ship. I don't know why you like that.
I mean, why not? That's my only response. Is why not?
Anyway,
Ow.
You suck like shit.
Okay.
Anyway,
I heard that.
I mean, it's a podcast. I really hope you did fucking hear it, or we would have some fucking problems. But anyway, so what I want to talk about is something that's near and dear to my heart. It was me and this thing. Well, maybe a couple cousins, but nope. But that was pretty much it. Can you guys guess what I'm talking about?
Godzilla.
I swear to God, I swear to God, I thought you was about to say Shazam. I'm about to beat this shit. The nigga's about to say Shazam. Like, Shazam? No, nigga.
Hold it.
Fuck this emotion. Anyway, yes, Godzilla. So,
It's actually one of the things I've heard you talk the most about as far as like a franchise, aside from Star Wars.
like, I like Star Wars. There's a big ass difference. I can tell you dates, tell you directors, I can tell you actors. Son, I love this fucking franchise, and it's been going on for damn near 60 years too.
Damn.
Whenever I bring that up, a lot of people don't really realize how fucking old Godzilla is. Godzilla debuted back in '54. It was originally in black and white. It was originally called Gojira. And every time I say like God, everybody goes like, God damn, Godzilla that old? Son, Godzilla has 30 fucking movies. Let me say it again. 30 movies. James Bond doesn't have fucking 30 movies.
That's a lot of movies.
Yeah, so got the trailer. I was taken a little bit aback by the way that they did everything. But let me get what you guys think about, since obviously nobody cares more about Godzilla than me in this chat. So Jared, what did you think of this trailer? What was your official, your initial your first reaction?
My first reaction was I like the quote unquote CG, I guess, but my main gripe, I'm not really feeling this plot. I'm really not. Like, okay, so you at first think these monsters are bad, and now we need them. I don't know. It's just kind of
Okay.
Yeah. It's sparking the whole you dumb fucking idiots. Like, it makes me not like these people at all. I don't know. That's just me. I'm not feeling this plot.
Can kind of sort of agree with you on that. Jerry, did you watch the first movie?
I did not, unfortunately.
Okay, so one thing I already know Maurice, so I'm one thing that kind of bothered me about, and it kind of seems like they're gonna do it again for this movie, was the way how they made Godzilla seem like a bona fide hero. Oh, damn near had a cape in the fucking movie, and I'm like, that's not exactly the essence or the core of what Godzilla is about. Godzilla is an anti-hero at best. He's the dude that's like, okay, I don't really fucking care about these humans. I care about this thing trying to fuck up my humans. That's the only reason. That's the only reason I'm here battling or doing this shit. So, so in the latest movie, in the movie directed by, oddly enough, the director was Gareth Edwards. He directed Star Wars Rogue One, for anybody that cared about that movie. Nobody really cares about Rogue One, but anyway. He directed that movie, and I'm like, to be like this epic hero, and I'm like, this isn't what Godzilla is. This isn't his core. And it had this very, very funny or weird tone to it by the end. By the time that the nigga damn near had an S on his chest, and I'm like, this isn't. And son, you're laughing, but that's kind of how it felt. Like while he was swimming, the Navy is like right beside him swimming and shit. Like, yeah, Godzilla's about to do this. I'm like, this isn't what I
He's a hero.
Stop.
He's a hero.
Stop it. Stop it.
But you're saying stop it, but they damn near put the song in the movie. So yeah, it seems like they're gonna do the same thing in this movie. So I kind of agree with you on that. Maurice, was there anything that you saw that kind of stuck out to you?
And then the old movie or this new one?
Let's go with the new one, the trailer.
Oh, I liked it because it seems like there's going to be a lot more fucking Godzilla fights, which is what I wanted to watch the first. Godzilla from, was it 2014 it came out? Or 2015? One of those years.
It was about 2014.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to see it for. And that was really disappointing. We got a really good Bryan Cranston performance in the first 15 minutes, and did some fucking boy lights. Stop
it. You know what's sad? Bryan Cranston and whoever the fuck, they signed the contract, and I'm like, they're probably reading the script, and they're going, Bryan Cranston's like, wait a minute, I fucking die? And the other guy's like, fuck, I gotta carry this movie? And I gotta follow up fucking Bryan Cranston? What the fuck is that? Y'all trying to kill my career. And you know, the nigga wasn't all that bad, it's just that you're trying to follow up fucking Bryan Cranston. Like, you can't outdo Bryan Cranston. I feel sorry for him, whatever the fuck his name is. His career is fucking dead. We're not gonna see him in nothing else. But anyway, I do agree with you. It seems like we're gonna get more Godzilla in this. It's 50-50. We're obviously gonna get more Godzilla, but we got 3 other fucking monsters to cover. we got King. Well, let's do him last. We got Rodan. Fine. We got Mothra. And we got King Ghidorah. And that's the only ones that's confirmed. They might even
go the extra mile and pull out a little bit more.
And throw another monster in there. We don't even fucking know. They might do Jet Jaguar or some shit. Jet Jaguar was the Power Ranger. I'm over here talking to you on what I'm talking about. Anyway.
that's me when I was talking about Doc Ock. Yeah, say something.
Nah. Sorry. Anyway, we got King Ghidorah. King Ghidorah. This nigga has like 6 different names. We're just gonna call him the 3-headed dragon at this point because somebody in the comments, they're gonna listen to this and they're gonna go, Well, actually, it's pronounced King of the. Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna say this. All right. So
aggressive.
I get very passionate about shit. Obviously.
Right.
So yeah, so are you guys looking forward to Godzilla King of the Monsters? Do you guys think it's going to be better than the first movie? What are your expectations? Do you guys think this is going to be the new thing? And do you think King Kong is going to come in at the end? I want all of those answers in the consecutive order, the way that I asked. Go.
I can't remember how you even said it.
I think this is going to be a good shift for the series. I did like the first one because the graphics and the visuals, when they actually were fighting, were pretty good, and the humans acting, well, the actors that they chose for the role were pretty good. So the casting was all right to me. So I feel like with this one, if they're going to focus more on the monster fights and like focus on how pretty it looks, I feel like it's going to do well. Whether it be a good movie.
Well, and I'm about to let you on. I mean, on a really big secret. Godzilla movie, and that's coming from a Godzilla fan. Like, there's probably out of 30 movies, are probably genuinely good. That's the first one. Fuck, I gotta watch them all again. But only 4 of them are good. Terrible ass track record. So obviously nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit about Godzilla being good. We come here for the giant ass monster. That's pretty much it. Hey, do you have any expectations for this? Are you even going to fucking see it? Because we know your ass don't even watch movies for real. So
I'll see it. I'm definitely gonna go see it. Yeah.
Maurice, can you just say it for me that this nigga not gonna see it?
I don't want to say that. I have a lot of faith in him.
Thank you, Maurice.
Faith in this nigga. Where's this faith coming from?
The fact that
he saw the last 3.
Movies have you seen? As Jared saying.
He's like the last 3 movies that we planned on watching. He's seen them.
3 out of how many movies is this? 17?
I mean, he's trying. So
thank you, Maurice.
Nah, man, fuck you.
Damn.
Nah, man, you better shoot this shit in Borderlands. You missing a lot. Your aim is off, son.
Okay, son. I'm trying out a new DPI. I'm gonna need you to chill, all right?
Nah, son, you over here missing all these criticals and shit.
Okay, son.
I guess that's a yay for Godzilla King of the Monsters. Which is to an actual movie title. It's one of the I think it's like the 7th movie was actually called Monster Island or some shit. Man, if they put all these niggas on an island, they're not gonna do that. But because the island wouldn't fucking fit. But in fact, did anybody see a King Kong movie? Because I didn't.
No, I didn't. I thought it looked like garbage. I'm not even sure how that did.
Yeah, I didn't either.
People say it wasn't that bad.
Okay, I gotta fix this.
I'm not a big King Kong fan, but he's gonna be in this. He's gonna be in this movie too. But
I'm about to say, is it because of his beef with with Godzilla?
In the movie Godzilla vs. King Kong, and yes, that is the actual fucking title of that movie. in the movie, Godzilla actually loses. I think King Kong like throws him off like some type of cliff or some shit. Cause back then King Kong was somehow a good guy and Godzilla was considered a bad guy. Don't ask me how that shit happened. But yeah, so I'm actually interested to see what they're gonna do and how the fuck like even be realistic in this day and age, because it was literally just niggas in a fucking rubber suit just fighting each other. How they gonna do that today? I'm not really sure.
Oh, what CGI? Nigga, what the fuck? Why are you asking dumb questions?
Yeah, but that's a lot of fucking CGI, son.
And that's why it's coming out next year. Like,
right?
no.
so they gotta start working on that shit right the fuck now.
They are. You've seen the video. What are we even talking about, son?
Yeah, I don't know,
Make
Maurice.
that shit pretty. I need a $500 million budget for that shit.
Damn.
Budget. Okay.
And he got it.
I think we need to dial it back a bit. Our expectations may be twisted a little bit too fucking high.
Didn't you ask for a $100 million budget for Naruto?
But 500 million, though, that's a lot.
That's
of money.
completely different. I just want some good ass effects. You just want like, I don't know what the fuck you want. You want that 4D experience, I guess.
A 4K experience.
I want it all.
He
If
wants
it's too much to ask for.
He want 4K 3D IMAX Blu-ray experience all in one night, son.
Actually have that if I pay for it. So, vis-a-vis, there 2-4.
I guess.
It's not a stretch. 300 is fair.
A little bit of it is a stretch.
300 is fair, right? 300.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's close to like. Wait, how much do Transformers movies make? Cost to make?
Way too fucking much.
How much do they cost to make though?
If I would have to guess, probably about 100 mil.
100 mil? No, 100 mil?
Oh, sorry.
What the fuck you asking for? Like,
A man named Scooter
no, it's not 100 mil. It's gotta be more than that. It's gotta like be like at least 200. It's a lot of them.
Okay, I can give you 200.
Yeah.
Somebody, well, I'll Google it real quick. While I'm Googling this, subscribe to our Patreon.
We have that?
No. No. Okay. Next, I guess.
Transformers 147 million. And that's the first one.
No.
Probably went up. Probably went, good God, this shit made $709 million. What the fuck? This was 200 million, so maybe I didn't know. Wait a minute, hold up. Let's take the last one. What was the budget for the last one?
Well, which one did you just look up?
The first one.
Oh, damn, I got that much.
Wasn't my time.
Oh, no, sorry, it is Transformers, so Hasbro, and they do have the
Last-
so.
Funny because I'm trying to figure where the fuck this Hasbro get this fucking money from. But anyway, that's not.
They have their hands in a lot of Twitter brands.
Apparently, so they know where the money's actually at. Transformers was got a $200 million budget.
Okay, yeah. So that sounds about right for a Godzilla movie. I would give it that much. Naruto was just like, okay.
Okay, all right, okay, okay.
No, it was just 100. Oh, no.
Let's not do it, Maurice. Let's not do it. I'll give Naruto like 70 though. Anyway, moving on.
Okay.
So, Aquaman, Aqualad, Man, and Barnacle Boy. You know what happened.
DC's Black Panther attempt.
God damn it, cause I saw the same fucking shit, son.
like a dude that I was talking to a friend at work, and then we were both like, yeah, this is basically DC's attempt to try to do Black Panther.
Or Wolverine.
Son, if you look at the trailer, there is one. We'll talk about Aquaman, by the way. You already know who Aquaman is. If you look at the trailer, there's one shot that is like beat for beat a ripoff of Black Panther. It's the one where they finally submerge into the water.
Calculated.
Atlantis. And it is almost, son, you can line that shit up with Black Panther's shit when they like go into the mountains and they go into Wakanda. It is the same fucking scene. I'm not even joking. I looked at both scenes. I was like, yo, all right, this is the same shit. Talk about DC's Aquaman. You know that nigga who wasn't even a fucking character in Justice League, and nobody's about to argue to me that he was, because he fucking wasn't. But yeah, we'll talk about Aquaman. So, as to the comic book, Maurice, what do you think of this? Does this live up to expectations? Should I be excited? Because I'll admit, I'm a little bit on the excited side for this. Go break it down.
This seems like they're drawing. Oh god, this seems like they're drawing like kind of heavily from the Justice League Aquaman, which is like a real fucking nigga. The one with the missing arm.
Like the one where you chopped off his arm and he was like, well,
To save his kid, yeah. So,
do what you gotta do sometimes.
exactly. So I feel like they're drawing heavily from the edginess of this Aquaman. It does seem cool, and you know, let's do like a double take. We're gonna throw in the Shazam movie. I want to compare these two side by side because they came out at the same time, and I feel like they stretch across a couple different themes. So both of them seem like they are a lot more lighthearted and a lot more fun than the previous movies. Like even more fun than
Every movie is lighthearted.
Every-
compared to
every-
Batman versus Superman.
Very fair, very fair.
Son, they could have. Son, the only way that movie could, the only way Batman versus Superman could have been darker is if somebody would have got raped. That is literally it.
Damn.
Did you see the movie, son? That shit was depressing as shit.
So it was real. It was mad morbid. So.
When I get back to Sanctuary for now. My men tell me Corporal Maurice hasn't returned the power cord.
So I think that this is actually going to be a really good time in comparison to the previous movies, and it could be like a lot worse. Like we can get like the generic TV trope Aquaman, where he's like the orange jumpsuit and he's basically a bitch and stuff like that. But this one seems like they want you to come and enjoy the fucking movie for once. So I think I am excited to see it, and I definitely can't wait. And in that same regard, I feel like it
And stay down.
follows it goes really well with the Shazam trailer as well, because that's kind of the same thing. It's not edgy per se, like he's not like a Wolverine, but it's definitely a lot more lighthearted and fun. Like you just can go down and enjoy a movie, right? In 2018, you would have thought.
I really didn't know, judging from. Well, no, Man of Steel was okay. Like I don't know where all the
Man of Steel. Are you sure? You want to think about that some more?
I said okay.
No,
Man
I'm
of
talking
Steel.
about. Oh no, are you talking about okay as in terms of like the quality of movie, or in K as like, oh yeah, it wasn't that dark. His father only died.
No, as far as the movie, it was okay.
Oh, okay. No, I
It was
thought you.
completely.
I thought you meant the latter. My bad. But yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, it was just an okay movie. As far as like the tone and shit, I don't even think Superman fucking smiled in the
Hold
movie.
it.
Which was, I'm like, yo, what? I mean, gritty Superman thing. I kind of blame Christopher Nolan for that, but then again, I can't because
It worked for his movie.
it's good. So they try to do the same thing with Superman. I'm like, this isn't what I signed up for.
Right. And like DC Comics do get pretty dark, but that seemed
Superman-
almost excessive. Well, no, Superman can get dark sometimes. Death of Superman was pretty morbid.
There was this one line in Man of Steel where I don't know who the fuck wrote this line. They need to be fucking fired. But it was when Boy Superman was talking to Pa Kent. He was like,
Free.
"What should I have done there? Let him die?" He'd be like, "What? Wait, what? Are we serious with this shit?" Like he legit said, "Nah, let them die."
Completely.
Like, whoa, wait a minute.
Completely goes against the character.
Exactly, son. Dad, I'm gonna save you. No, keep your secret, nigga. You are about to die.
In trouble?
No.
I want to save him. Fuck it.
Find him, soldier.
You let out your secret. Look, man, I'm over here not wearing a mask. They're not gonna know who the fuck I am anyway. All right. So obviously we're good. And then Batman v Superman and.
Okay, point is, Aquaman looks pretty good. Action's there, comedies. They're trying to hit some marks. I can see that much. I don't know. It's fucking solid. This is cool.
That's the exact word I have for it too. It looks solid. I am
Yeah.
actually excited to see a DC movie. I am still very cautious. When
Yeah.
I say very cautious, I am very cautious. Let's be fair. It's not like they did Aquaman Justice in Justice League. I didn't even realize that.
I see what you did there.
He was one of the better parts of Justice League.
Yeah, but I feel that he was just the dude to be in there and just go like, yeah.
That was what we
He
needed
my
him for. That's what we needed him. What the fuck?
Damn, that's all we have him for was just go like, hey Superman, yeah, okay.
I mean,
We got the woo.
everyone needs a hype man song.
Everyone does need a hype man.
The ride ain't over yet, my nigga. I mean, can I say that? Go ahead and say it, my nigga. Jerry, what you think of the trailer?
I thought it was all right. Like you said, I'm cautious. My dad always said it. Expect the best, prepare for the worst. So
That sounds like Park Kent, son. That sounds exactly like Park Kent and Man of Steel, son.
yeah, but yeah, like, I don't have my hopes too high, but I'm gonna go in there expecting something good. If it's too much of Black Panther ripoffs, I'm done with it.
probably you already know that's what's gonna be. It's literally they're literally almost the same character. I don't even know how else you can do it. King gotta fight his sibling for the throne. Shit. Battle sequence to see who was going to be the next king or some shit. This almost beat for me. Now, is it going to get Black Panther success? No, because they're not black. And let's be honest.
He said
Come on, let's be real for 1 second here, ladies and gentlemen. We did well because some niggas were all black. Let's not even joke. Let's not even play this game. The movie was damn good. But let's be honest, it's damn near perfect because it was starring all black people, and we just haven't had that shit before. Let's be real, all right?
Well, I mean, we haven't had it in the sense of a comic book hero.
Reese is dead. He was one of the first
I'm gonna say, Trailer Compton did come out like a couple years before, and we always got our token black that gets a Grammy for some reason, but gets no fucking reviews or no fucking like screen time or some shit.
I didn't even see Straight Outta Compton, but I hear it was really fucking good.
It was really good. I really liked it.
I need to watch it. You know what else was really good? Dope, but nobody's fucking talking about that. Anyway, let's move
Oh
on.
no! So a slippery slope.
So Sonny, they had this nigga ASAP Rocky that proves a rapper can also act. Son, let's move the fuck.
I mean, there's a few other ones that proved that before him, but he did the damn thing.
He did, son. It's a slippery slope, my nigga. Hey, yo, McFly, I need you to, son.
I go to sleep to that. I go to sleep to that shit, son.
And then they had the son. The music was dope too. I fucking hate you, niggas, man. Shit.
Damn.
Anyway,
This will
I call that how I see it. Anyway, let's move on. Maurice brought it up first with Shazam. I don't know shit about Shazam besides that nigga said Shazam and turns into Shazam and there's a wizard named
Shazam.
That's what the movie's called.
The character is Billy Batson. He turns into a superhero that was Captain Marvel, but is now named Captain. Is named Shazam.
What was up with that? Did they just say, was it because of Marvel and DC's like, look?
Yeah, I think it was around the time she was getting pretty popular and shit. So they kind of had to like not nip the bud per se. What?
He having a character called Marvel, the biggest competitor.
Oh, I don't know.
That's the power core. Great.
I don't know. They changed his name like around the time the Injustice comic came out, so I guess they're trying to like build him into his identity as a character because he was basically overshadowed. He was not basically, he was overshadowed by Superman.
Shazam technically the stronger. Well, no, never mind. No, that was dumb. Don't even do it. Don't even talk. Don't fucking talk to me. Don't talk to me. That was dumb. But I think back in the day, I think before the Golden Age, I think Superman and Shazam was on like the same pedestal. And when I say like before the Golden Age, I'm talking about the early or mid 1920s or some shit. I think they were on like the same pedestal. And then they said, okay.
No, because Superman came out making up his own powers. So
I'm just gonna blow a galaxy away with a sneeze.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna shapeshift myself into a smaller version of myself.
I'm just gonna pull these. This nigga was busted, is busted, and will forever be busted. I think the movies and the video games nerfed him.
I'm going to chain 20 planets together of the way so that the star doesn't blow these planets up. Now, where the fuck I got this chain from is the greatest mystery in the world for real.
It's because I'm Superman.
Right.
They need to explain some of this shit.
They just did. He's because he's Superman.
A mini Superman out the palm of his hand. What the fuck were they thinking back then?
It's Superman, man. He's got to save the day at any means necessary. Fuck logic, fuck plots. Like, nah, man, it's a Superman. He's got to win.
It look pretty good. I'm not on board with oh man, I'm sorry. We can just rewind to Aquaman really quickly for this last point. I wasn't digging the main love interest hair.
It did seem a little bit fabricated, but I'm a sucker for redheads, so I'm gonna let it slide.
I knew he was gonna say that.
I'm in the camp where I think it's a little bit too much. I think they could have toned it down just a tad, because that shit was out there, son. I don't even think that color exists for real. and so I'm not really on board with that. But other than that, Aquaman was solid.
I'm with Maurice. I same opinion. Sucker for redheads, bro. I let it slide.
Right.
Telling your girl, Jared.
Hey,
Maybe you should dye it red, son. Like,
right,
you know,
son? Like these are pointers, son. Like, hey.
Don't tell me that. Here I heard Andre told me you like redheads.
Yeah, what about it?
And then she take off her bandana, revealing her red head. Like,
Straight to the bedroom.
She couldn't wear anything else besides a bandana. Maybe just a regular hat or something.
I don't know, nigga. You gotta spice it up sometimes. So it's like a
blood real quick. What's going on?
Damn.
It's funny because Jerry doesn't live too far from Bloods. That's what's fucking funny. Ooh, son, Jerry, you might want to be careful of that.
Son, I still wonder why this dude at my work constantly wears all red and all blue. Like, I actually asked him, like, so who are you repping, yo? Like, we over here on the West Coast. You originally from the East. Like, well, what's going on, son?
I couldn't imagine living over there. I gotta watch what colors I'm wearing in certain neighborhoods and shit. That's fucked up.
It's funny because I was at I think it was the bus stop I was at that I normally go to. I went back like the next day and there was like bullet holes in it and shit. Yeah, niggas is crazy over there, son.
Came to the wrong neighborhood, motherfucker.
Clearly, I can't take the bus.
Around here, son. Anyway, back to Shazam. I think I'm going in kind of blind with Shazam because I don't know too much about the character. All I know is there's a wizard that gives the boy powers.
Hey, you like my speech? I was lying about
The boy turns into a man and gets powers. That's all I know. So I think this would be a good experience for me anyway.
yeah, I mean his story doesn't really change up too much. I mean he eventually fights Superman and of course loses to Superman because Superman. And but that's it. I mean if you saw Justice League War, right?
Mm-mm.
Really? The fucking animated? Damn, yeah. Yeah. No, it's a fucking movie, son.
All right.
I call you the comic book movie guy.
Okay.
So I ain't gonna lie. When I imagine Shazam and Superman fighting, I have the Injustice ending in my head of this man just going full savage on this boy. Like, son, he just killed a boy like that. What? Okay. And y'all niggas over here just like, yeah, that's fine. He's Superman. He can do whatever he wants. So y'all don't get that man out of here.
Right, like people always like bring up the argument that Superman has no resistance to magic, but lack of resistance does not mean it's an automatic. Doesn't mean it's an automatic weakness.
You still gonna get these hands.
Exactly, son. Like even in the comics they depict it like, he always just figures out what the nigga does, or the figure out that the lightning has to do something with his powers, and then he knows, okay, I have to stop him from saying that shit, and I win. Right. Or he just takes the lightning bolts because it's fucking secret.
It's kind of the same thing with Zatanna because she just says shit backwards. So I mean, Superman can move at the speed of light. I'm pretty sure he can smack the shit out this bitch before she says a single word.
Have you guys seen Superman versus the Elite?
Nah.
Oh my fucking god! That was like one of the best examples of how he deals with magic people. Like there was this one dude he was fighting. He basically uses magic from his hat. He was called Hat. He was an alcoholic.
You talking about that the one where like the British dude or whatever had that psycho powers and the bat chick or some shit? Son, this man snaps. He snaps.
Right. Like in the fights, like to take care of the magic dude, all he does is make a board, run around him really fast, make a vortex to the point where he can't breathe, and then that nigga can't cast spells.
Son, the nigga crushed his lungs. Jesus Christ. Or so you think.
Anyway, we ain't got nothing to say about Shazam. I think it's gonna be good. It looks a little CW-ish, and that's only because of the costume for me. I think they could have just did a tick better with the costume, but then again, what the fuck else could they have done? So I guess I can let that slide. Out of the comic, but sometimes that can also be a bad thing. Am I alone on that, or?
I see where you're going. I see your point there. I can kind of agree, but I'm not that too picky about it in my opinion. Like for me at least.
let's move on. So, all right. So here's what I gotta call spoilers because I know there are some people in here that has not been caught up to Steven Universe. And wait, Jared, are you not caught up with Steven Universe?
Unfortunately, I'm not, but it's all good.
You gotten up to the big reveal yet?
The part where I called it.
Cheers.
I called that fucking rose quartz is pink diamond.
Okay, good. All right, thank fuck, guys. Sorry
Yeah,
about
thank
that.
fucking God that I called that shit. Just saying.
God damn it. I think we just ruined something for a lot of people. So guys,
Spoilers.
Yeah, exactly. Mad spoilers for Steven Universe, cause we're not gonna go in as hard as we should, but we're gonna go in real quick. So, Steven Universe is getting a movie, and this is right off the heels of quite possibly the biggest reveal of the series, which is Rose Quartz. That's still Bay. I don't care what anybody says. Rose Quartz is actually pink diamond, and that pretty much flips the entire show on its head. And Jared did call it.
Yep.
I don't know what. I never heard him say it, but I'm just gonna give it to him.
It's all right. Maurice heard it, and I got a witness.
He did say it.
Anyway. So yeah. So apparently we're getting a Steven Universe movie. Now I got hyped this shit for no reason because apparently it's only coming to Cartoon Network. I thought this shit was gonna be in theaters, and I'm like, fuck yes! Oh wait, it's coming to Cartoon Network. Fuck no! I thought this shit was gonna get a budget. I thought we was about to do the damn thing, but we're not. It's not gonna get that. So I guess I hope the shows where it's like the animation is always really good quality. Else they can do to make it better per se. Especially if you're just gonna have it be on the show. So it's basically just probably gonna be like an hour long, or it's probably gonna be like 6 episodes put together in an hour and a half format.
Honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if the shit was only like 30 or 45 minutes. Because isn't that like every episode, or is like 10 minutes or some shit?
It might go an hour, to be honest, because like their season finale was 22 or 23. So if it's a movie, they may quadruple a normal episode's time.
So
just real talk.
So quadruple a normal episode's time, right?
Yeah.
Isn't every episode roughly 10 to 11 minutes?
I want to round up to 15.
Okay. I was about to say, if it was like 10 to 11 minutes, then what I said about 45 minutes sounds pretty accurate if it's quadruple. Just saying.
So,
okay.
Do we think that this is going to be the series finale for Steven Universe?
I feel like
if no.
If you look at the story, there's not too much else to talk about. Things are wrapping up pretty. There's only one plot point left.
They did. So I'm trying to figure out how to mute this fucking server. They did reveal that White Diamond already. Like they've already shown her. So it's very possible. This is more towards the Andre's point. Sorry for sounding like I was contradicting it. But yeah, it's definitely, there we go. It's definitely possible that they may end it here. Like it may just be done, just gone.
What else? Because we if you look at everybody's arc,
yeah,
everybody is pretty much done.
Yeah, the only thing they can do from this point is like introduce a new character or have Steven fuse with Connie permanently, and maybe, well, not that is more fantasy, but maybe like take Steven and put him somewhere else, like with the gems or in a different with a different alien race that they have to fight or something like that. Because White Diamond can lead to more things, but it's just as far as like how far Rebecca Sugar wants to take. Because like again, they've already proven that they've conquered other planets and they live in a galaxy. And even in the current episode, which got leaked, Yellow Diamond said something to the effect of like it would be a galactic embarrassment. A galactic embarrassment to who? Right? There has to be someone. Like, if it's their gems, like, who gives a fuck? Like, I'm just gonna tell them niggas to shut the fuck off. Like, literally just turn them off by shattering their gems. So, she may be hinting at a much bigger galaxy than what we already know. Or a more expanded one. Maybe that's it.
If we expand, here's the thing about that. If we expand that galaxy, right?
Right.
How fucking long is it gonna take for Rebecca Sugar to sugar to tell that entire story, because we've already seen how long it takes her to tell just one story within these characters that she's already established. Now you're talking about building an entire universe over it, and let's face it, Steven Universe doesn't exactly have a good. Steven Universe has a really bad pacing problem.
Yeah. Wait. What was the question again?
How long will it take Rebecca Sugar to? Because like, if she expands it to like where it's a whole universe, how long is it gonna take for her to wrap up this entire series?
Oh, I mean, again, that's mostly dependent on her. Hopefully, she makes the right play, and either you know. Yeah, I really hope. The right play being either end it with White Diamond, or if you're going to continue it, make sure the episodes come out more frequently. Because I'm pretty sure it's getting views.
It's almost hard to believe, but Steven Universe has been out for 5 years already.
Damn. That's true. Damn.
For 5 years, and we're just now getting to White Diamond, which we kind of sort of knew she was always there. But we're just now getting to her. I don't want to see Rebecca Sugar's take on an entire universe. I just don't want to see it.
So, quick side question. How long do you think this series would have taken if an episode came out like every week? Besides 5 years, would you say like a year?
Well, how many episodes are there? Well, it's at like 170 episodes, right?
Something like that. Probably a little bit less than that if you want to count like the short 15-minute joints. It's probably up there within like 100 or so.
If it's 100 or so, probably 2-3 years.
2-3. Oh damn!
If they just went non-stop, because the first season took a year. That was like 56 episodes.
That shit.
At that time they were doing like 2 per week or something like that.
But then we left season 1, and it's like, well, we're just gonna keep
Right. What's an upload schedule?
Right.
I don't even know. It's fun.
No, I mean like them. Like, what's an upload schedule? Tell us, please.
They'll give us 10 episodes, and then we won't see this series again for 6 months. And I'm like, what the fuck is this?
It makes the show easy to forget.
It really does, and that's really a shame, because like a normal release, this will probably be one of the best things on TV right now. Mm-hmm. If not,
I mean, look at Rick and Morty though, son. Like, they gonna have their fan base.
Top 5.
Right? I mean, no, but like their release schedule was something just as atrocious, because theirs was like 10 episodes a burst of 10 episodes in a 2 to 3 month period every year and a half. Like, season 3 took forever to come out, and season 4 seems like it's going to take even longer.
I feel that Rick and Morty was a little bit more consistent,
though. Consistent as in, like, we're going to give you a burst every so often, or whenever we get fucking funding.
I feel Rick and Morty was a bit more consistent, rather than, hey, we have everything we need, we're just fuck all.
That's exactly what Rick and Morty was like, though.
That's true. I mean, I can't really refute it, because that is what it was like. So I don't have a point here.
Yeah. I mean, it's not gonna. My thing is, it's not gonna keep the casuals, but definitely the dedicated fan base are always gonna come back and watch. Like,
it's a shame, because I feel that this is something that the casual fans can really get into. It's not like Steven Universe is a hard story to follow.
No, it's not like Marvel. Marvel's a hard story to follow, but then you have those niggas who, as you have said once before, get comic book fatigue and just don't want to keep up with it for whatever fuck reason. It just happens because they're casuals.
This is in such like a really good spot as far as appealing to kids and adults. Like, this is obviously a kids show, but it is an adult story. There are some themes in Steven Universe that make me go like, wow, some of these kids are just not going to get it, and that's a good thing. Like, I always preach that you shouldn't treat your kids like they're fucking idiots, but you can have an adult like story and have them get it. And Steven Universe touched on some shit that I thought that no cartoon would ever touch on. Like,
oh yeah,
like domestic abuse and damn near rape and
who got raped? You talking about Lapis?
Lapis, yes.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I was saying
you got a point there. I was actually questioning that too. I'm like, wait, what?
But maybe not rape per se, but definitely in an abusive relationship because she did say that she
non-consent,
non-consensual fusion.
Yeah.
Let's not do it.
I mean, that's what happened though. Like
It's
she got turned
non-cons-
into a fucking mirror against her will. So
Oh, I thought you
they
were talking
all
about.
have wills.
I thought you were talking about Jasper, but okay.
Oh no, Jasper is like Jasper. Oh.
Yeah, that's what I thought y'all was talking about.
The universe is pretty deep, son.
Like that was clear.
I forgot about that shit.
I don't know how, but okay.
Then it touches on same-sex love, and then the most recent episode, gay marriage, and
and then like when the relationship just doesn't turn out the way you wanted to, type shit. Like with Pearl, like she didn't get the one she wanted, son.
That's probably the deepest.
Son,
no
Pearl's
kid is not gonna understand that shit at this age.
Pearl's petty ass bitch.
Right.
Yeah, you right. Yeah, what you meant to say is yeah, Jared, you right.
Is it that Pearl's a petty bitch, or that Pink Diamond is just not a good person?
I think Pearl is a petty bitch and Pink Diamond got some issues to work out.
Okay, so if Pearl was petty, she would say fuck Steven. That would be petty.
I think
But instead,
how good?
let me finish.
Yeah.
Petty would be, okay, this woman I love for somebody else. I'm just gonna say fuck her son. Do you know how much strength it takes to love somebody and they don't love you back, and they are loving somebody else and she dies and you're still there to raise her son?
I mean, technically her son is her, but the reason why I call her petty is because she's constantly holding on to a grudge with Greg. I mean, it got resolved, but still, like that was just a petty ass fucking like hatred that she had. Like none of y'all have her. Like what? Okay.
I mean, but Pearl gave up.
Definitely had her, but okay.
Pearl gave up her everything to be with this one person, which is another important lesson in the show. And I can understand why, because like she was the one that was with her there the whole time, and like this one nigga that was there for like basically what was the equivalent of 2 seconds in their lifetime, like just wins her heart. Like I'd be pissed, son. She was putting in mad fucking work. Like she went above and beyond what any Pearl should be doing.
Right, and I'm trying to figure out like that's what I'm trying to figure out, like where's the petty part coming, because I don't fucking see it. If anything, she's the opposite of petty.
Well, I'm not gonna say it's not petty. It's definitely justified.
Yes.
But I understand where she's coming from.
Exactly. That's pretty harsh.
Yeah.
And it's not like Pink Diamond was like, no, don't do this for me. You don't have to do this. She literally said, don't stop doing this. So, man, gross course is fucked up. What I think that it's a high probability of Steven Universe ending, which I want Steven Universe to end. I'm a fan of endings. I don't want to see series just keep on going on and on and on and on, and just have no other story to tell, and the writers get tired and the animators get tired, and you can clearly see that the love is gone. I don't want that to happen to Steven Universe. I want it to end on a good note, on a high note. And yeah, let's not drag this shit out too much. Let's not have, oh well, there's another dimension and there are diamonds, and let's not do that.
Parallel universes, another Steven.
Nigga Steven.
Nigga Steven. I'd be about it, honestly. If it was just a complete satire, I'd watch it. Like if this was like no point, like at any point they were serious, if like they were just like doing this just for shits and giggles, I'd definitely watch it.
Anyway, let's move on. So
That was interesting.
well, let's get this out the way, and then we can get to the hype. Battle Angel. So here is very polarizing to me. And on one side, I can see niggas going nuts over this. On another side, I can see niggas going like, what the fuck is this?
All right, you done?
Finish, because you're probably about to gush over this, but I'm giving you.
Because this shit was fucking sick. we reviewed this early in the year, and we didn't think it was gonna be nowhere near as type of interesting as it looked just there. Like I'm invested. I'm ready. My body.
Damn, son, chill.
I see you why you're excited, because it looks dope, but at the same time, I can see this going wrong.
How so?
We watched Ghost in the Shell.
We did, but the action looks so good.
Same.
I got over her fucking eyes too.
Son, she got some big ass
Same.
fucking eyes, bro. God
She
damn.
does, son.
I mean,
Be excited, but be cautious.
okay, so what's funny is this movie, apparently, I did a little bit of digging. This movie is actually based off of a manga that came out in like 93 or some shit. Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh, so they're trying to make anime look like real life. All right, bet. I'm not with it a whole hundred, but all right, cool.
The choice for making her eyes big was definitely not the best decision, but it looks fucking sick.
It does look cool. It kind of makes her stand out a little bit. I like it, but I'm not a fool. Like, son, this shit, she really got some big ass eyes, bro. I'm gonna be jonesing that shit for like the whole fucking movie.
the big.
I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I'm making fun of this shit because this shit's crazy.
Niggas are always saying we just want you to bring the anime to life. Now they actually bring the anime to life, eyes and all, and niggas go like, man, those are big as shit.
You know damn well this is not what they were thinking when they said that shit. So I don't even know why you brought that up.
I'm not too sure. I looked at the original character. Her eyes big as shit.
Oh, okay. All right, get the fuck out.
Her eyes are big as shit in the '93 joint, which I want to see the movie, by the way. The original movie looks like it's dope as shit.
Okay.
I'm just saying. They're giving us what we want. I don't know how I feel.
No, they're not. You wanted big eyes. Stop saying that.
Maurice.
Coy ass motherfucker. Like,
God.
I wanted big eyes.
Son, Maurice, on a level of son,
Bring them all to life, son.
Maurice, on a level of 1 high cholesterol, how salty are you right now? Like, god damn.
Son, I'm about 2 McDonald's double cheeseburgers.
God damn.
What? Anyway, I'm 50-50.
I'm like 90-10 right now about it. She just got some big ass fucking eyes. Like, I'm sorry.
I mean, her eyes big as shit, but hey, that's what they
son.
It's about time they did it right.
She like this shit really does look dope. Like, I can definitely see myself like really enjoying the action sequence. Like, the action sequences seem like they're gonna be really fucking lit.
I'm not down to get. What I think what makes it seem so good that it actually seems like, and I mean, there, but it kind of seems like it actually has like a budget behind it. Unlike
right, and the so fucking jerk.
Damn, son, this man is hype.
Some of these movies, like they're trying to do an anime adaptation, like let's not talk about The Last Airbender. But let's talk about Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell, it looked okay.
Oh well, that would be a good segue into the next one.
Would've, but anyway, Ghost in the Shell, it looked okay, but Ghost in the Shell, Dragon Ball. Let's move on. Let's get away from this shit. I'm 50-50. I'm probably going to see it with Maurice. With Maurice.
Bring earplugs.
Cause it looks fucking sick.
Anyway.
Yeah, definitely bring earplugs.
Okay. Speaking of segues, which I totally missed 2 minutes ago. One of, not all of them. It's not both of them. Cause I forgot the name of the creators of The Last Airbender. It was Mike something and Daniel something or some shit like that. But one of those niggas said, "All right, I'm gonna make this, and it's not gonna be part of the movie." So one of the creators of Avatar: The Last Airbender, you know, quite possibly the greatest cartoon of our generation. I stand by that firmly. By the way,
I'm with you on that.
I'm over here thinking really hard. But
Iroh's like the model person in like that I want to have in society right now, yo. Like, that dude was just
one of the greatest characters of all time.
Son, like
in a cartoon,
right? My man Zuko had like probably the most intense character development like ever. Like, holy shit, this man's been through a lot of shit to get to where he is now.
It's a really good cartoon. I really want to hear the argument that says that Avatar is not the greatest. Like, for real. Anyway, so one of the creators of Avatar: The Last Airbender is making his own kind of show. It's titled. Here we go. Yeah.
It's called what?
Dragon Prince.
Oh.
Cause they could have worked on that title a little bit more. Cause I don't even think it's about a fucking Dragon Prince.
I think the kid's the Dragon Prince, the one on the cover of the article. Oh. Yeah, that's what you do.
No, maybe because I'm just not digging the title, but I'm digging everything else about it. Mostly because I know who's behind it, and
You want more Avatar? Be honest.
Right.
It's not that I want more Avatar.
You definitely want more Avatar.
I want to see what the creators would do without Nickelodeon's.
You want more Avatar?
I want to see what they can do
with more Avatar.
Without Nickelodeon, because I know Nickelodeon was like, well,
holding the Avatar back, so you want more of it. So
it could have been so much.
Avatar.
Yeah, because they created Avatar. Obviously, I'm going to reference Avatar. But since they can't do Avatar no more because Nickelodeon owns Avatar, unfortunately. God damn it, can you imagine how good Avatar would have been without Nickelodeon? Shit. Anyway. It was like, hey, Brian, no to this, no to this, no to this, no to this. You gotta change this completely. Delete this episode and have Sokka say something stupid. There we go. Boom. I can already tell you that's how it happened, because Nickelodeon was, they're as strict as Disney, because oh man, if I tell you the stories about Disney, you wouldn't even fucking believe me. So
I would.
The actors, they can't.
Well, I mean, I look at the Swoozy videos and they seems pretty not legit, but I feel like I can see them doing fucked up stuff, just because of how they run their theme parks. Because you used to work at a theme park, and they really fucked up and push a certain agenda, not like an SJW agenda, but like an agenda of like, hey, you better be smiling, and if you're not, you fired.
I don't even think like these niggas can be like bad in real life. Like they can't. I don't think they could take certain movie roles, because they have to be like a real life role model. And I'm like, damn, they have to constantly be in shape. That one kind of makes sense though. But it's rough working for Disney, boy. You can't say certain shit on air, and it's like these niggas only be for real. The mouse don't play. Anyway, back to the Battle Prince. What do you guys think of it?
I think it's fucking dope. I like the animation, but Jared brought up a good point about it.
It reminds me a lot of Ruby, like it from just like the way like the kind of not necessarily stop motion, but the way they move, it's almost identical. Honestly, the art style is very similar to Monty Oom's original one, and I think in season 2. Son, if you look at Ruby and this trailer side by side, you would clearly see similarities. I'm not saying it's like a ripoff. I'm saying it just, you know, if you're a fan of Ruby, you'll know when you see it. Like it just says it all over it. Like yeah, this shit looks like Ruby's song.
To be honest with you, I'm not really a big fan of the whole Ruby style of animation. I think that's like the main turn off for me as far as anything like this, like, because I think, going back to Godzilla, there's a Godzilla movie on Netflix and it has a very similar animation style, and I'm just not on board with it all the way. If it's not completely CGI, or if it's not hand-drawn 2D, I'm not really on board with it. Like this whole hybrid kind of in the middle thing, industry will stop doing it, but I see why they're doing it, because it's hella cheap. It's like cheap as shit to make shit like this. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, that's the only turn off for me.
Okay.
Everything else looks on par. Young man learning his powers. You know, the whole Excalibur theme thing is probably going to hit familiar beats, like he doesn't
Avatar.
know. I mean, actually, I would say that Avatar was a little bit ahead of its time, because it didn't really hit too many of those beats that I'm about to say. Like the whole, pretty much just think of Star Wars. Farm boy doesn't really know his true powers. Old man comes in, gives him Excalibur, basically. The hero's quest story arc, and he meets his merry band, and they get together. The old man trains them, then the old man goes away. Shit like that. I don't know whether they're gonna do that here. They might. I don't know.
I want an Iroh
Avatar
reference.
most-
Oh, sorry.
Avatar definitely didn't do that extent. Avatar was actually pretty clever with theirs.
I just want an Iroh reference in this series. I don't care. I just want it.
You can't have it.
Yes,
You
I
can't
can.
have it all.
Yeah, I can.
No, you can't.
Yeah, okay. It's only one thing I'm asking. I just asked for just one simple Iroh reference. Just show him in the crowd, like giving some advice to some random
Wow,
old
you
dude.
want him to be in the show?
son, please, like, why can't you? Don't even have to name him Iroh. You could just make him sound a little bit like him.
Everybody, you guys know what Fairy Tail is, right? So the creator of Fairy Tail, this nigga, so to go on for the segue a little bit, this nigga didn't even try. So the creator of Fairy Tail ended. This nigga gets back and makes another character. That shit you not. This nigga just draws Ezra Scarlet over again, and just name her some shit like, I don't know. What was it, Maurice? I forgot. But it's beat for beat the
So
same.
like,
fucking
there's
character.
a Skywalker or some shit. I don't know.
Some shit like that. It's like
That's what
it's
she
like,
is now.
And I'm like, come on, man. Like, this nigga didn't even try. Like, damn. Well, yeah, I'm sorry. I thought that was fucking funny. That's like, shit. That's like the creator of Naruto. He makes another manga, and there's a nigga. The main character looks exactly like fucking Naruto. I'm like, that's not.
What you mean like with Boruto?
I was just about to say it. I really
No, I'm
was.
kidding. That's another studio, but yeah.
It's funny because I wish Kishimoto was doing the art for the manga, because the manga doesn't look all that great for Boruto. But Boruto anyway, it's all about the anime. And I'm not even watching the anime for real.
I'm kind of, I don't want to say I'm interested in the anime, but apparently Boruto is just getting some busted ass powers that apparently Naruto missed, because apparently Boruto like has some family link with, like, you know, the Ototsukis and shit. I'm like, and why Naruto didn't have this? Okay, cool.
Boruto is, the only way that Boruto is busted is the fucking animation and production behind it. Why the fuck does this anime look so good? Son, Naruto didn't look nearly as good as this shit.
Maybe I think it looks that good because of the success of Naruto. Like, Naruto was pretty fucking big.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But they didn't. They could did a majority of those episodes, kind of like what I'm seeing.
Well, yeah, they could have if they had the budget for it, but they didn't. So the thing, I haven't seen like the full run of like Boruto, so I can't really say like if it ever had like a Dragon Ball Z moment where it's just like, well, Dragon Ball Super, where it's just like it was completely ass at this point and almost unwatchable to certain people.
Not to my knowledge. I watched a good 10 episodes. How I made it that far, I don't know.
Of Boruto? Oh.
And all of those episodes look solid. And I'm like, where's this budget coming from? And remembering that its daddy was one of the greatest, biggest anime of all time. So
Yep, with all the games. Comparable to Dragon Ball Z, to be honest with you.
yes, like a lot of people don't want to admit that, but Naruto was up there. I mean, it's not One Piece, but Naruto was definitely up there. Even though Dragon Ball Z is still the most influential, as far as hype is, well, no, Dragon Ball still takes it. But Naruto, it's not like Naruto is really far. Naruto is really big, almost stupid big. You have normal niggas,
Awesome.
and that doesn't happen every generation. Well, no, yes it does.
Looking for a really hot
And the next top is making me laugh. Sorry, guys. Shit. Fuck Batman.
Fuck Batman.
Oh my god.
That
Oh,
that
could not.
was probably the only part I liked in that fucking thing.
official reports.
That's it. It was so fucking lame though.
Like, I'm not even.
Catch wind of her. Tell me and I'll pay you.
Well, what we're talking about is the sorry, this is for me. This is mine. Taking it from me. So what we're talking about is the fucking Teen Titans trailer, the one where they had the photos leaked of all the characters and how everyone was saying it looked awful. Well, turns out it's still fucking awful looking.
It's not hard. What the fuck? First off, here's what I want to get off my chest right now. Why is this shit so dark and edgy? Like, and it's not like that good dark and edgy. It's like that
Cringy.
Corny, dark, and edgy. Right, it's very cringy. This is the most cringy thing I have seen all year. Yeah, fuck that. Fuck Batman. Like, what?
Why?
I'm hella tilted on how Raven looks. She looks like some random high school teenager with problems versus this kind of demonic person that I would actually find some like intimidating and very sexy because of her legs.
Right.
But this chick looks like, I'm like, yo, what is this? Like Starfire? Oh, Maurice, you handle that one.
I don't even know, kid.
Like,
I don't even know what. Go ahead.
So, like, literally nothing has changed except for the lighting and the coloring effects, which doesn't change the fact that it still looks fucking trashy. Mind you, like, Starfire didn't never look like, it definitely never looked like a saint or anything like that, but it at least was tasteful or at least looked fucking good. This doesn't even look good.
And I linked a picture to Maurice in chat about how just how bad, like, it's not even that hard to make Starfire looks somewhat realistic. Like,
It's really not. People have been doing it for years. Like, cosplays existed for years. Like, why have they not hired these niggas?
I don't know what's going on. Like, how do you have millions of dollars, well, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you can't do what these cosplayers
It has
are
to
doing?
be $1 million for it to be a long-running TV show. It has to be. Yeah, it has to be. And well, it probably is more realistically like maybe 10 million, but it's got to be in the million. It definitely can't be like 100,000 just to do these shows. There's a lot of fucking shows.
That's still that goes less credit towards them. Like, son, these normal ass some of these cosplayers work at fucking Starbucks, all right, and they're doing
Right,
better
with less
makeup.
budget. With less budget.
This shit in their fucking in their bathroom.
Right.
What you guys are doing? There's no excuse.
See,
There's not.
I
Well,
remember.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that. There is probably like a level of, well, it has to be functional. It has to go through this. It has to go through rain. I'm
can
pretty
do
sure
it.
if we have like a cosplayer's like outfit go into rain, that shit will basically melt, right? So I don't want to like discredit the design and costume team because they do literally think about all these things, while the cosplayers are just like, I'm just gonna be in a well air conditioned room or well air conditioned area, and I just have to sit around and look pretty. But while the actors have to act, so. I won't fully blame their costume design team because I'm pretty sure there's a lot more things that go into the outfits. It has to be not only like look good, but it also has to be feasible, which is why we get some of the looks that we get.
I get that, but I also have to say, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, definitely.
I am hella tilted with Beast Boy. Okay, we talked about this before about how Beast, like, I'm tilted about how the CG, I'm concerned about CG with Beast Boy, right? But why did they show anything with him? They just show him diving off of a fucking building or whatever the hell. They want to go balls deep with Raven's powers that look cringy as hell. They want to go super balls deep, making Starfire look like she's glowing with super AIDS, but they just show Beast Boy jumping off a fucking building. Alright, cool. Bet. Nice.
I mean, it was just that one scene, and to me, he looks the most normal. Like, him and Robin look all right, and I guess Raven, I can probably just get over that. Aside from the dark form, we can talk about that later.
When I feel the darkness, it feels good.
Yeah,
What?
and then the fucking like
When
blood
did-
scream at the end.
When did she ever say that? Please tell me she said, like, did she ever say that in the series at all?
No,
At all? Because
They don't have to say it in the original series, but I can definitely fault her for being just that early 2000s cringe level darkness. Like, yeah, we're edgy and we're hip. You know what this reminded me of? You guys remember a show called The OC from Fox? Like,
the what? The OC?
Well, that was messy.
Hello?
I don't remember the OC.
Yeah, I think I may have heard of that.
anyway, it's that level cringe. Like, yeah, we're teenagers and we're hip and we're gonna say damn and
You
hell.
ever just look at a show and know you're not gonna watch it ever?
Yeah,
That's what happened.
Mostly everything on the CW.
No, that's with the shit on the OC. That's what. I just looked that up. Nah, fuck that.
Exactly. Now, mind you, I didn't watch it either. I just remember that fucking opening which stays stuck in my head. I guarantee you, if you listen to the opening, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But Why do we have to do this? Now, you have the cartoon.
Wasn't even close.
You probably want to distance yourself from the cartoon. But sometimes distancing yourself from something successful. Alright. Why do you have son? Fuck Batman? This nigga raised you. I don't want this.
It's not even the fact that he said that, right? Because ultimately, that doesn't really mean anything to me because it's their vision, it's their design. But I'm not believing it, right? Like the actor himself isn't delivering that line in a good way. Like, not even if I had like a vision for it, it just doesn't sound. It just doesn't sound good. It's cringy as fuck. Like, not even why would you say that, but why are you saying it like that?
And here we are the new team. You know what this reminds me of? So there was it's called Looney Tunes Unlimited.
Looney Tunes Unleashed. I love that shit.
This reminds me of that.
I love that. I loved it. That shit was awesome.
Now imagine it if it wasn't good. This is pretty much that.
I mean,
Except
yeah,
that-
I mean, nigga, what the? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're grown up.
Yeah.
We're edgy and
No, but I mean, at least that was like delivered well. This just seems so trashy. Like it's not putting forth a good first impression.
That was enjoyable.
I don't know if they can come back from this. I don't know. So I don't want to blame.
You poking it.
I'm not gonna blame the characters. I mean the directors, whoever the fuck, for making Starfire black. But I don't, because we haven't even seen her yet. But Starfire.
We have seen her.
You know, like seen her,
We've seen. Oh, her acting. I'm caring about the look right now. Like,
She's
that's all we got so far.
She needs to pull an 11 on the acting. Nah, 12 on the acting.
Yeah,
Son.
like she has to make me completely forget she's even like wearing a wig at this point.
Or that hook. I don't know where this hooker outfit is coming from. Even though Starfire is
Yeah, she looks basically like a hooker, but there's a difference between the ones that have to go to motels and the escorts at the bunny ranch.
Y'all niggas.
like she. The Starfire in the comics is top dog. The one
Only.
like at the back of the hotel or something.
S class period. That's it. No.
I'm not really understanding the decisions behind this, but hey, maybe they can turn. I don't know if they can turn.
The decision was probably we're on a limited budget. We have to have these actors act in these environments while the costume stays together. So what's the best way we can put this together for the what is it called, the opportunity cost, or what's the best thing that we can reduce that's flexible and it's going to work for our environments? I imagine the conversation going something like that. That's the only reason why it will look like this.
I'm kind of on the same boat with this one. I don't know why they're making a live action Teen Titans.
Because niggas like Teen Titans.
We like the animated Teen Titans.
Well, to them that just means Teen Titans.
Well,
so,
okay.
producers and the people who actually greenlight these projects.
Give it the budget it deserves. Why even make it?
I mean,
You're not gonna give Teen Titans the budget.
I mean, that's subjective, right? And then, again, you're not going to get as much money as you want for every project, which is what I was trying to say with the Naruto one. Like, I understand it's not going to get this much because it's anime in Naruto, and they're just not sure how that's going to work in our market. But it needs to have a certain amount, and I understand that Teen Titans has to have a certain amount. But it's more than likely just not going to get it because it's new, it's fresh. You have to prove yourself first before you get more money.
How was Teen Titans new?
As far as this live action, it's like again, the last Teen Titans, what was it? Well, as far as this new project, I feel like it's just one of those things where they have to prove themselves. Because they have one team that's doing Teen Titans really well, but this is just completely different from what we have as far as go, and it's even more extreme than the original Teen Titans that we already had. I mean, that we already had.
I'm kind of in the boat of if I don't see how they're gonna do some of this shit without having that top tier budget for a TV show.
I mean,
Beast Boy's power.
Arrow.
is into a fucking animal.
Arrow started off garbage. Supergirl started off garbage. Flash started off garbage, but all with low budget. But now they're like complete monsters on the CW.
Oh, they can do some of their powers without having like this extremely high tier budget.
And that's what that's what they did. And then they got a budget because they started doing well. But Supergirl, mind you, it definitely kind of needs somewhat of a budget, in my opinion.
Do Teen Titans with it. You have it, son. How are they gonna have Beast Boy transform into these animals?
They're gonna have some CGI ass animals.
I don't know.
CGI, son?
I don't know. I think so they didn't show
I bitched
us.
about this, like when we first saw this fucking leaks. This was one of the main things I was concerned about.
Like, son, Starfire literally flies and shoots lightning bolts out of her hands. You can get away with Robin. You cannot get away with Raven's powers, Beast Boy's powers.
You can kind of get away with Raven's powers. It depends on the effects that you use for them.
They damn sure aren't getting away with it this one. No, I don't like this.
Yeah. Well, we haven't seen them though, have we? We just saw like some effects.
We saw the effects of basically what she does, you know, the whole dark energy shit, but it doesn't look like dark energy, it just looks like smoke. You know, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not digging this.
That's fair.
Funny? They'll probably do it just this show will probably do better than the fucking Cyborg that we got in Justice League. I'm calling it right now.
We haven't even did we even see any of Cyborg?
In Justice League?
No, in Titans.
No.
Wow. Okay. Now I'm hella tilted about this.
I'm not. I think this is just waiting. This is a cancellation waiting to happen. It's just way too much bad press behind it.
And then watch it do ass, and then we're just like they just never do anything Teen Titans ever again. Like, oh no, that was a fail. Not like, oh, we just did that really poorly, or
oh no,
it's like nah, yeah, it just has to be the market doesn't want it.
Yeah,
so
it's not us. We can't do anything wrong ever.
Right.
Hey man, I got some good Teen Titans when I was a kid. Teen Titans Go is pretty decent. There's a movie coming out right, but and that's another thing. We got all this good Teen Titans content. Why would anybody fucking watch this?
Fucking watch it. I mean, I don't know if that's a fair question because I would still watch both Teen Titans Go and Teen Titans if I had cable, which I don't. Yeah, fuck it.
You talk about this show right here?
No, Teen Titans Go and the original Teen Titans. I would probably watch those both.
No, I was talking about Teen Titans Go and this.
Oh, wait, what was your question?
Like, okay, so if we've had the original Teen Titans,
yeah,
we have Teen Titans Go right now, which is still going strong. There's a movie coming out really soon. Why should I care about this?
You shouldn't, but we're not in that world right now, so it's kind of a moot point.
All right, let's
I'm trying to be real with you. Like, I don't. Yeah, you wouldn't be watching this. We've all confirmed that it looks trash. But what else? Like, you kind of beat the dead horse with that one. In my opinion.
I feel sorry for these actors. They're probably decent actors too, waiting for the big break. I don't. Fuck.
Well, I mean, we'll see because fucking DC Legends of Tomorrow got approved for another fucking season somehow, and that show's like gonna be fucking trash. Like, let's just move on from that. But it's possible for them to continue on. They're not necessarily on the CW. They're on the the streaming network, the DC streaming network. So they're still trying to get there. They're still getting their feet wet. But
if you watch some of this shit.
I have friends who watch it, and I watch it to see if it's good. Also, I'm in the comics. Let's not focus on me. Let's focus on something else. It's almost time to wrap up. It's fun time.
Shit, we might have to save some of this shit. We might have to save some of this shit for the next show.
Steven Universe, Aquaman, Shazam. Oh, okay. I mean, that stuff we can.
Yeah. Imagine fucking deleted it like it.
No, I just want to bring it out lower to kind of separate.
Hey guys, we're for the first time in a very long time, we are actually out of time. I think we've been going on for like an hour and some change right now. We've got to be at like 120 by now. So
yeah, probably like 120, almost 125.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here. We're gonna leave this at a to be continued because there is still like a shit ton of Comic-Con shit that we haven't even talked about. Harry Potter and a bunch of other shit. There was a lot that happened this week. So we will get to you back. We'll get back to you guys next Wednesday, and who knows, we might even surprise you guys with another show this week. Probably not, but don't count us out. We might just surprise you guys. If you like what you've read, what you've read, because you know we have a website and we post articles and shit.
We have a chat box.
I mean, so now I can only imagine some of the old chat boxes and shit. That shit is actually recorded, so I can only imagine what that shit is like. Please like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Twitter. I forgot our Twitter. Subscribe to our Patreon at give Jared money at gmail.com.
You actually gonna make people look up this fucking Patreon. Like eventually, someone's just gonna say, "Oh wow, I didn't see your Patreon, guys. Are you sure it's up?"
I had $5 ready to give you, and you guys didn't have it, and I'm now unsubscribing, and you niggas lied to me. I actually see that happen. So yeah, take care, guys. We'll see you guys next week, and we're gonna talk about this other shit.
Peace out, pimps.